My name is Josie Gobel, and I'm excited to tell you how I got involved with recycling and why I think it's important. My goal today is to inspire you to help me to save the world. Well, that's a pretty lofty goal, but let's see how that goes. So as long as I can remember, I've had a passion for not taking for granted the things that I have been given. I remember as a child that one summer I had 2 pairs of sandals. One was white and one was black. And I think they were pretty cheap because by July I had broken a strap on both pairs of sandals. But then I realized when I looked at them in the corner of my closet that my left sandal of the black sandal was still good, and the right sandal of the white sandals was still good. So, oh great, I'll just keep wearing them, only I'll just wear one black sandal on one foot and white sandal on the other foot. Well, my mother didn't like my fashion statement, but I vividly remember as a child arguing with her that I did not need new sandals, these were just fine. So it was then about 9 years ago, my husband and I moved to Madison, and at our church, First United Methodist Church downtown, there was an adult class led by John Stolzenberg, and the topic was Moral Dimensions of Climate Change. It was in this class that I started to make the connection between my faith and the importance of caring for the Earth's resources. This lit a fire in me. John and I started a climate justice group, and that group has implemented many sustainability projects at church and also brought in speakers on environmental justice topics. As an offshoot of that group, I have started something cleverly called the Green Team. I've been spearheading the Green Team since 2018, and my main focus has been recycling. I have a couple of heroes. One of those is Tom Saki. Tom was born in Hungary, and his parents migrated to Canada when he was a child. About 25 years ago, he came to the U.S. to attend Princeton University with a major in engineering. He was a little short of cash, as most freshmen are, and so he and his roommate had this unusual idea of how to raise money. They decided to buy some red wiggly worms and then collect the food waste from the school cafeteria in their dorm, and then feed the worms with the scrap food, collect the poop, and sell it as fertilizer. But what was really ingenious was that they decided to collect empty 2-liter Coke and Pepsi bottles to use as containers for this vermicompost. They actually started a little business, and it was called Terracycle. The company called Terracycle still exists. Their mission is to learn to recycle everything. They are now in at least 21 countries, and Tom Saki has received hundreds of social, environmental, and business awards, including awards from the United Nations, U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Fortune magazine, and the Schwab Foundation, to name just a few. You might be interested to know how I learned about Terracycle. In 2015, I, by chance, saw a little bitty article in the East Side News. It read like this: Artisan Dental has begun the first and only oral care products recycling project in Dane County area, helping to keep used toothbrushes, empty toothpaste tubes, and empty floss containers out of the landfills. The City of Madison Streets and Recycling Department is cooperating with Artisan Dental to create additional awareness about the program, since these items are impossible to recycle in the municipal curbside programs. Terracycle is one of the world's leaders in the collection and reuse of non-recyclable post-consumer waste. So let me explain basically how Terracycle works and how you can participate in the program we have here at church, or you can start a program of your own. The first way to participate is to buy a box. For example, you could buy a kitchen box, like so. Box this size. You can put any waste you find from the kitchen. It could be packaging of any kind. It could be a broken kitchen scale, a old clock in the kitchen that doesn't work, a mop or a broom or something that's broken. Anything you can fit in this box, you can send it to Terracycle free of charge. UPS will pick it up. There's one catch. To buy a box this size costs about $350. Okay, but if you're a real nut about recycling, it might be worth it to you. You can buy a kitchen box, you can buy a bedroom box, office supply box, etc. That's one way. The other way you can participate is to join a brigade. In a brigade, the manufacturer pays for the shipping of the waste to Terracycle, and there's no charge to you as the consumer to ship your waste products. However, the boxes can be very specific. It might be packaging of a certain brand. For example, Arm & Hammer and OxiClean has to have their own separate box. Gobel Squeeze, another separate box. Cleaning products and pumps, again, a separate box. Some of these boxes are brand specific. Some are just a collection of a certain kind of item. So you can collect. They even collect cigarette butts and dirty diapers. Terracycle wants to recycle everything. If the items are sent through a brigade, you put the designated items in any kind of cardboard box, any size you want. And you do not need to pay for the shipping. Terracycle will pick up the shipping. And you also may get a profit if your box is big enough. So for example, the Go-Go Squeeze, if you have a box that weighs about 15 pounds and you send it, you or your nonprofit earns $7. So that can add up too. The United Methodist Church has teamed up with Monona Library, and we collect items from 15 different categories. And you can help by bringing us these items to the Monona Library or to the church. Monona Library has some small green garbage bins outside their side entrance of their building. We pick up that material, bring it here, sort it, and send it out from this room here at the church. So this is how Terracycle is organized in Madison at this time. There may be individual businesses that might be purchasing boxes, so look for them. If you're interested in more information on how you can collect, you can contact the Monona Library, First United Methodist Church, or Sustain Dane. But Tom Slacky is looking to the future, into the future, as a time when society will return to durable packaging. If you're my age, you may remember a milkman coming to your house, bringing you milk in glass bottles, and in a couple of days coming back, picking up the empty bottles and giving you refilled bottles. Well, that's Tom's vision for the future, to return to such a system, and he has called that the loop. in the near future, in the Midwest, I believe the Loop will be coming to several stores. Walgreens and Kroger stores are two that I know of that are at one point soon, hopefully, will be participating in the Loop. So this is his way in an attempt to create a circular economy. And it seems to me that God's world was originally designed to be recycled. Think about the water cycle. And at a tour at the Madison wastewater treatment plant, they like to tell us that today you are probably drinking dinosaur pee from many, many years ago, as all liquids eventually get recycled over and over again. The question is, will we be responsible adults and take the time and energy to use what we have been given, or will we just trash stuff? That choice is ours. Thank you for letting me share my thoughts with you today.